So this is going to be a combination rant and future projects for my good friend NCC Knives. It's been a while since I visited Nick, but I had this in my Maxpedition. These are the next few knives that I want Nick to spa. The poor kid, he's got so many things to do and I'm bothering him trying to spa knives. But this one is, I got this one from Combative Edge, and they got this finish on it that looks, in all honesty, a little not nice. So I was gonna have Nick redo this, with that finish where he brushes it, and it just would look more badass. So I was gonna bring that to him. I think I did a video on this. Fires out pretty nice. It's not very powerful. It's not like Microtech powerful, but it's a nice looking blade shape. So aluminum body, aluminum handles. I think personally that the pocket clip is a little long. Could have stopped right there, but whatever. Now I was gonna bring this one to Nick. This one's VDK. This is an awesome knife. Awesome. Just a badass rhino style blade shape. But it's got some scuffs on it because this is like a very light bead blast. So I don't know. I was gonna see if Nick could do something. This one's a little more involved because it's got the double bolster, it's got the double carbon fiber bolster, so I guess it's a little bit of a pain in the ass if Nick had to take it apart. Nice machining though, right? So they machined the area over there so that they can accommodate the carbon fiber, but yeah, I want to get that done. And then I was gonna bring Nick this Production ZT. Wow, that fired out like it was an automatic. That's a good flipper. Look at that thing. I think this is a, is it Les George? I believe this is a Les George model. Yep, George design. Nice little flipper. So what I wanted to rant about was I had to get my vehicle inspected. Now, I drive a late model Honda. It's a 2006 Honda CRV. So it's like, yeah, it's 14 years old. So I do expect it to have some kind of problems, right? But whatever. I maintain it pretty good. It's got over 100,000 miles. And, it's a Honda. It's 100,000 miles for a Honda. That's going to go on for another 100,000 miles. In fact, I was driving the new CRV today, and I wasn't really impressed. I wasn't really blown away. I felt like my Honda, broken in, is a little bit more responsive. Again, it's broken into the way I drive. So anyway, I had to get it inspected. It passed emissions. No issues. Where it failed was in the safety inspection. Now, I made the rookie mistake of going to like one of these, I'll tell you the name of the place. It's Auto, what the hell was it called? Auto whatever the fuck, whatever it is. But one of these places, that's all they do, right? Is they're not like a mom and pop's garage. They're not like I go to a regular mechanic, right? That a guy I've been going to for like 15 years. This guy used to be a Honda mechanic and now he opened up his own business. So I love him, right? But I moved, so now I can't, it's not so convenient to go to him. But I'll get back to that. Auto Express, that's the name of the joint I went, Auto Express. Fancy looking, nice waiting area, tires on display. I knew this was a mistake going here, right? Now, they passed the emissions, but when they did the safety inspection, they failed it because they said that I had a loose sway bar link and it had to be replaced, a sway bar link. And they said that my bushings in the sway bar were worn. Now, I just had the sway bar, both of them replaced, which is under the car by the wheel. I just had it replaced like a year and a half ago. So I knew there was no issue with that. Now, a year was the giveaway that I should have known right away something was wrong, that this was not going to go my way. First of all, they didn't call the mechanics at Auto Express. They called them technicians. Clue number one. And they're all like about, I don't know, they look like just graduated from high school, right? So they're like maybe in their early 20s, right? My mechanic is like 100 years old, right? So right away, I should have known something's not going to go right. And I'm sure as shit, as predicted, they failed it on safety. Now, the safety inspections, right, they go through a checklist. Now, I think this is pretty much like on their discretion. I don't know if the state, maybe they do. If you guys are mechanics, does the state dictate what you have to inspect safety-wise? You know, windshield, headlights, brake lights, blah, 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 right? But in my recent experience, it's willy-nilly. It's whatever they feel like they can make money on. And in this case, they wanted to replace the bushings in the sway bar link. Guess how much they wanted to charge me, these rotten kids? $1,300. The car is not worth $1,300. So I told them, yeah, give me back my car and I'll get my mechanic to take care of that. Now, my mechanic, Kenny, looks at it. He sees that this is the part. This is the sway bar link that was detached. Mind you, when I brought it into the shop, I didn't hear nothing. There was no noise. When I picked up the car, there was an audible clanking underneath the car. Now, I don't know if they detached this. I don't know if they took it apart and they just didn't know how to put it back. But there was nothing wrong with the car when I was driving it. But this, when I picked it up, it was audible. So I brought this to my guy, Kenny. He replaced this. The part, guess how much this part is? $30, right? $30, and for his time, he charged me $80 total. Gave him $100, right? And he said that the bushings are fine, you know? They're like rubber bushings with a little bit wear on it. Nothing dangerous. But I brought it back to Auto Express because I want them to re-inspect it now. But they were adamant that it had to be replaced. The bushings had to be replaced. Now, if you guys are mechanics, I could be wrong. It didn't look that bad to me. It's only a year and a half old. So, yeah, but there's no way you're going to get me for like $1,300 to replace stupid bushings. I even told him, can you just replace the bushings? Now, again, these are kids. These are like in their 20s, right? These guys are like in their 20s, which means what? They don't have mortgages. They don't have wives. They don't have kids. And you know what else they don't have? They don't have discretion. They don't look at a hardworking person and they look at them and say, you know what? $1,300, man, that's a lot of money. That's like a mortgage, right? No. Eat shit. That's what they said to me, basically. Now, I do truly believe that they think they're doing their job correctly. But in this automobile business and with these mechanics, you got to use a little discretion. You can't hit a man up for $1,300 for something that you could pass, right? This is my personal opinion. I am not a mechanic, but my mechanic said there's nothing wrong with it, right? And I'll come to it. I'll come to a point to this because I ended up bringing it somewhere else. So, yeah, $1,300. Are you crazy? $1,300. It's a 2006 Honda CR-V. Anyway, I ended up bringing it to a Sunoco upon the recommendation of a neighbor. He goes, "Oh, bring it to the Sunoco. They're awesome. Bring it to the Sunoco. They do." Now, they don't have to do the emissions. Already passed the emissions. Now they're going to do their own safety inspection. This is where I feel like it's discretionary. It's like willy-nilly. Because I didn't tell them about the sway bar link. I didn't tell them anything about that. I figure I'll let them figure out what they're going to figure out, right? And what did they find? Of course they found something, right? Because it's a business. All these guys want to make money. They're going to find something wrong safety-wise. The emissions, it goes through the computer. They check it. It's going to pass. They can't like finagle that. But safety is discretionary. It's whatever they see. Whatever they see. So what did they find? They found, first of all, they said that my battery cranks a little slow. But that was optional. I didn't have to do that. Then they said that what must be replaced safety-wise was that the transmission mount was old and had to be replaced. And the front lower engine mount had to be replaced. Now, discretionary, right? It's whatever they feel like they see. They didn't see the bushings. They found this. And the total price for that, it came out to be about $350. So $1,300, $350. See what I mean? Discretionary. It's whatever, right? I mean, I give it to these guys at Sunoco. They didn't hit me over the head. Not like these young kids that wanted to charge me $1,300 for something that Kenny already fixed for like $80. And then Kenny could have probably done the bushings, but my mechanic Kenny was so adamant that they're lying to me. He goes, just go to another shop. Go to another shop because I'm not conveniently close to Kenny anymore. So I went to another shop and then boom, I took the lesser of the two evils and I ended up paying $350 to replace the two mounts. Fucking discretionary. What's wrong with these people? And you know what's going to happen? They're going to lock down the state. All these guys are going to go on unemployment, right? You're trying to pad up this auto express, which is going to tank now because if they end up locking down the state or first of all, no one's going to be driving their cars, right? Just like right now, you notice that gas stations are bumping up the price a little bit. I noticed they've gone up like 20 cents. Because you know why? They're afraid that the state's going to be locked down. No one's going to be getting gas. They're not going to sell gas. Remember how cheap gas was during the lockdown? Yeah, because no one's buying it. No one's buying it. So I think they're trying to pad up their accounts right now. And you'll notice that. I noticed in my neighborhood that gas has gone up. It's gone up about like 30 cents, right? And all these auto body shops, no one's going to be driving their cars. And you know what? If I waited a little bit, they'll probably waive like the safety inspection because who's going to go to, you can't go, right? If they're locked down the state or if they close down the businesses or they put a curfew, which they're already starting to do. They did it in New York City, like a 10 p.m. curfew. And then that retard Cuomo said there's only 10 people allowed in your fucking Thanksgiving dinner with your family. Are you retarded? He's a fucking retard. He's a fucking Nazi. Anyway, guys, that's my little rant today. And yeah, knives. All right, guys. Peace.